Hey fisherman friends, in this video I will present to you what are the best species to target on every lake or river location from Russian fishing for. If you are new on Fishing Man's channel or just not subscribed yet, please do it now.
Please.
Please.
If our goal is to make silver and experience, we have fish that worth to target or not, and some fish species are active only sometimes and other you can catch always. So, in this video I will speak about all 13 lakes and rivers from Russian fishing for, and I will give you some tips along the way, so be patient because it's possible to learn something new, or maybe I can give you an idea of what species to target next and on which lake or river to go on your next virtual fishing trip. Mosquito Lake. First lake in the game, as you know, it's Mosquito Lake. Here, in my opinion, worth fishing for gibel carp, Russian carp and roach for good silver as a new player in the game. A very nice thing about this lake is the fact that you can grind frogs very easy using float equipment and flies as bait. If you have bait rig unlocked, you know that frogs are awesome as bait, but are hard to catch sometimes, so Mosquito Lake is the best place even for 30 plus level players. It's worth mentioning that sometimes brims and white brims or eyed are active and you can make good money with them. And sure, you can catch here tons of perch and other species, but don't work from silver grinding perspective. Winding Rivulet. The second place from Russian fishing for is Winding Rivulet. This river, in my opinion, is the best river for harvesting bait fish because you have here tons of small species like bleak, gudgeon, ruff, and mussel or zebra mussel and zebra mussel. Other species that were trying and I've made really nice silver was chub, eyed and pike. For me, this lake is definitely the best for chubs. It's chub lake in my opinion. I have a lot of videos about how to catch all these species on Winding Rivulet, so check them out. I don't know if the spots are active at this moment because fish migrates all the time from spot to spot like in real life, but worth a try and I'm sure that you'll learn everything about targeting these species not only here on Winding but also on all lakes. So you'll find the video links in the description and you can use the search bar from my channel page to find all you need to know. Let's try a little bit to see what videos I've made in the past about fishing on Winding Rivulet. I worked really hard to make all of them and worth watching because you'll learn how to target all species in the game, even that particularly spots are not active at this moment. Now going back to the video subject, I need to mention that sometimes on Winding Rivulet you can catch other different species like asp and zander, but definitely is not the best lake for these species. But if you catch a big asp here, you'll be happy with the silver from it because it's a very valuable fish. Oldburg. The next place where you can go is Oldburg, and on this lake we have a large diversity of species that worth to target and grind for silver. By using bottom fishing method you can target tench, grass carp, common carp, black carp, breams, barbot and eel. I need to mention that if you have low equipment you can target gibel carp, Russian carp and roach on this lake to make good silver, but don't use baits that carps loves like potatoes because you can regret it. I think that this lake is the best one for targeting tench and eel, and even if you can find them on other locations like Volkov or Ladoga, on Old Burg Lake you have the best chances to make a memorable fishing trip by targeting these species. By using spinning method you can catch very nice spikes here on Olburg, and in my opinion this lake is one of the best locations for catching pikes and sometimes you can make very good silver here with them. Watch this video where I've made a very good amount of silver in just 1 hour. If you want to know how to target and catch efficiently tench, carps and other species on Olburg Lake, just search through my videos using search bar like I said before. Bielaya River. For location it's Belaya. Belaya, it's a very nice river when you can easily target two nice fish species that will give you great experience points and nice amount of silver. Brown trout and grayling. These two species are the only species that work on Belaya, but are very nice paid, and you can find here good cafe orders that are very easy to complete and that will give you a good amount of extra silver. That being said, because of these two species, you really need to take into consideration Belaya River if you want to make good silver and good XP. And it's really fun to catch them and are not the biggest fish in the game. The trophy is under 4 kg and you don't need really expensive equipment to catch them. Kuori Lake. Now let's go to Kuori. On Kuori Lake, the best species that you need to find are char, arctic char, seven trout, lake trout, and the king Kuori char, a rare fish that is very good paid and you can find him only on this lake. All these nice species can be targeted with the same equipment and technique. I prefer trolling with 3 rods and I had a lot of memorable fishing days with over 300 silver per hour, or just spinning with 2 rods using a technique like double rod jig step or double rod twitching. All of these reeling methods and many others are explained in one of my older video. The link will appear on the screen right now or you can find it in the description. Another very good fish that you can target on Kuori is burbot. It's very easy to find them, but it's a fish that is active only on nighttime. But this is perfect because chars and trouts and other species are not active at night and you can change really quick your strategy. All you need to use is a bottom rig and night crawler as bait, and you can catch burbot and char as well with this method and bait. And to find them, just cast on deep holes. Char and burbot loves deep areas. Bear Lake. So we are on Bear Lake. This lake is full of carp species like black carp, grass carp, leather carp, mirror carp, common carp. You know. But you can find as well barbels, tench, and one very rare species named golden tench. It's a very beautiful fish, and when you catch one, it's something similar with winning at lottery. You can catch all these species on carp equipment and baits. But if you want to target only tench or barbel, you need to make some changes. But my first lottery win, golden tench was on carp equipment. Volkov. Seventh lake is Volkov. Here, the best species that you need to target if you want to make a good amount of silver are Atlantic salmon, asp, pike, and sometimes you'll catch eyed and chub, but all of this will come to the same equipment and lures. I like to use trolling with 3 rods method here because I think that is the most efficient method. Sometimes you can make here over 300 or 400 silver per hour. Search through my videos and you'll see the proof. A really good hint here is to use fluorocarbon leader of 22.5 kilogram because this line is hard to be cut by pikes and you can catch very well all the species mentioned above. This leader you can find on tackle store, but you can make by yourself, and if you want to see the step-by-step tutorial about making your own leader, I have a video about that, just watch it. And if you want to use bottom equipment here on Volkov, you can catch different bream species like white-eye bream, blue bream and white bream, and on nights you can catch burbots in the deepest hole, but be aware of catfish when you target burbot, because catfish love fish pieces and night crawler bait, and catfish can be a pain in the ass if you are not prepared for them. Seversky Donets. Next location is Seversky Donets. Probably is not the best pronunciation, but yeah. This river is the only one where I never stayed for too long to see what works, but I will try it more in the future. But I know that here you really need to try Donets Rough, a very rare fish that I was struggling to catch on winding, but with no success. When I've tried to target this species here, I've won the lottery from first 5 minutes. It's a really small fish, but it's huge when it comes to value because you take a lot of silver for these little boys. But here on Severski Donets you have other good species that you need to try like Black Sea Shimaya, Black Sea Herring, Taran, Bream, Carp. And if you know other species that worth our attention, please type on description and give us some details about how to catch them. Sura. Ninth location is Sura, the land of zander and catfish. We have two zander species here, common zander and Volga zander. You'll catch all zanders and catfish by using jig rig method and using jig step reeling technique and my favorite and most efficient double rod jig step. For catfish you need to have a very strong equipment like Tagara or Venga reel and Barracuda rod. You have many other species like carp, sterlet that were to try at some moment, but for me zander and catfish are the kings here. Ladoga. We are on Ladoga now. When I hear about Ladoga, first time I think about char. This lake is awesome for char, red char, grey char. And pikes are very active here and I've made a lot of silver targeting them. Sometimes are active fish like Vukosa whitefish, Ludoga whitefish, Varlam whitefish, but I catch them when I target chars with bottom equipment. Amber Lake. 11 location it's Amber Lake. It's a lake special made from carp lovers. Here we have the biggest diversity when it comes to carps and you definitely need to come here from some really huge ones, but be prepared with strong carps rods and reels. Aktuba. 12 location from Russian Fishing 4 it's Aktuba. This huge area of the game is full of different species. Species that were to fish in my opinion here are Caspian trout, a rare and very good paid species, asp, shimaya, sturgeon, Beloribitsa whitefish, Kersler's herring, shekel, eastern bream, but sometimes we have other species like buffalo or some carp species that are very active and you can make good silver with them. On this lake you definitely need to try all fishing methods because it's very good for all of them. My favorite method to make silver here is by trolling with 3 rods on the land of asp and Caspian trout. When it comes to bottom fishing, I love eastern bream because worth good silver and when it's active you can catch with an insane bite rate and it's really fun. And when it comes to float fishing, I love to catch shimaya and herring, two small fish that worth very good silver. Lower Tunguska River. And the last river that was introduced in the last major update it's Lower Tunguska River. Well, here it's a long story. I think that this river it's a good combination of other lakes or rivers. You can catch here a big variety of very good paid species that worth targeting. With trolling method you can catch Nelma, big diamonds, pike, arctic char. All of these are very nice fish to target and worth good amount of silver. With spinning, with small spinners, you can catch different grayling species, trouts, pink salmon, different omul species, and other very good paid species that worth to target. And with bottom, you definitely need to target barbot, sterlet, sturgeon, amur catfish, and many more. It's a very nice location. I love this one. Okay, I've completed all the lakes and rivers. If I've missed something, and I'm sure that I've missed something, please tell me in description. You'll help me and you'll help the community. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Will help this channel a lot and it's free and you'll consume only few calories, don't worry. Share this video as well. Thank you very much because you are here in the end of the video. Only a small percent of you can do this. The others are sleeping because of me. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Żegnaj. Au revoir. Zdravo. Do widzenia. Adios. La revedere. Vislat.